Hi guys, and welcome to Alice Coral Photography. Now in today's video I'm going to be showing you how Avoto has speeded up our editing workflow with their skin retouching tools. Now even though I do a lot of editing and skin retouching, I must be honest, I'm not the best at it, and Avoto has really improved this and made my workflow a lot quicker, because I do a lot of events and workshops and I don't always have time to be spending hours in Photoshop retouching. Now Avoto is an AI editing software program, and they're kindly sponsoring this video because I've been using them since April, and they've kindly reached out and said would we be interested in making some videos for them. So this video I'm going to go through my editing workflow in terms of retouching skin, and also a few other tools that they also use here. Now I've got a series of different images we are going to be editing together, and on our right hand side we've got a whole list of different options and tools we can use. I'm going to go through those to actually show you what this program offers. Now there is a discount code of ALAS15, so that will give you 15% off your subscription, because Avoto, you only pay for what you export and have made into your final photos. So then, first of all, I've got a couple of photos here, all from various different shoots that we have recently done, and we're going to go through these step by step and show you what each slider does. So we got this shot of this beauty look, really amazing makeup, and obviously we need to do a little bit of retouching just on the skin, just to give it that final wow factor. And first of all, we're going to go through the blemish removal. So this is freckles and acne. So as we change our sliders, so we go up from 0 to 100%, can you see some blemishes will start removing just on the top there, and others will then disappear the higher we go up. Now I always keep freckles and acne, these two lower sliders, on 100%, and I just use this top slider just to control the amount. And this is quite common with all these tools, is a lot of them are just sliders, and I try and keep this around about 80%, just so that I do keep a bit of the natural skin texture in there as well. But that's also one of my main tools to be using. Now, if we did have a model or a client with facial moles, we can easily click this to remove them. But what I would do is, before you do click this, is check with the person you are editing. There's kind of a bit of a rule that if something's going to be gone in 2 weeks, remove it if it's going to be there longer than 2 weeks key input in. So moles and things like that, always just to check with your client if you want them to be removed. Now below we've got body blemishes. So as you can see, we've got a couple of blemishes here, and once again they can be removed just with a click of a slider, and we're still keeping that skin texture there, but it has just removed them for us nice and easily. So already I'm saving myself quite a bit of time skin retouching, and we've only just touched a few of these sliders here. Now the next one is face shine. So as we go change it, can you see that our model's face just gets a little bit flat? It just takes that shine off a little bit there. We can see it, this area here, just softens it a little bit. So what this can often be is, if you are got a model or a client with a little bit of oily skin, sometimes whatever lighting modifier you use, you can get like a bit of a glisten. This just reduces it for you. But then sometimes it could be the effect you're after. So again, I judge this slider by basically the image and what I'm trying to achieve. I don't really have it on a set amount, so just go a little bit easy with this one. Now forehead wrinkles. What I find is, if we were editing something like this, Hannah's not got any wrinkles there, so we're not really going to need it. Like, there's a little faint line, we can see it if that will actually remove it. It doesn't. But what this slider does do, if you do have someone who is a little bit older, it doesn't remove the wrinkles, it just softens them. So that's a really good tool. Just so then, if you don't want them showing as much, this slider will just soften them more. eye wrinkles. So there's wrinkles just under your eye. So often if someone is smiling quite hard, you get some wrinkles just appearing down the eye here. Now we're just going to switch to another image because we've just got a couple here. And what this does again, this just softens them for you. So if I just go nice and close in, we can start there, and can you see it just softens them a little bit. So they're still there. It just sort of softens them so that they don't stand out as much. So this is also a great tool to also use. And if you do have bags under your eyes like myself, this tool below of dark circles is brilliant. Okay, so again, it just works by lightening up the bags under your eyes. Now Heidi hasn't really got bags under her eyes, but as you can see, the more we pop it up, it just blends in with that natural skin tone and just lifts up any dark areas there. So again, depending on your client, you may need to just use this a little bit. If I was to use it, I'll probably keep it around 70%, but don't again go by just settings that I give you. Judge it by the image you are editing. Now, of course, we haven't got anyone who is wearing glasses, but if we do get glasses, because often they can reflect back, especially with studio lights, this will actually reduce that glare that you do get in glasses. So bags under the eyes works very similar to the dark circles. It just lightens up those bags. So as we just adjust them, can you see it just gets a little bit lighter underneath here as we bring that slider up, and then of course we can control how much we actually want it from under the lower eyelids. Again, judge this by each photo. You may actually find some of them only need 50%. If they look a little bit more tired, like how I often look after long days editing or long evening editing, you may boost this up a little bit more. Now I'm going to go back to our original image. We're only using all these examples just to show you the different tools. Now smile lines. So when people smile, you often get little lines going across especially patches here just by the cheek. This again softens them. So can you see just very delicately here, it just lightens up. So nothing is removed. It just softens it just to make it less pronounced in the photos, and it blends in with those natural skin tones, which is really clever and useful to actually do. So I always keep this around 50%, but again, judge it by the image. Because if someone smiles greater like this, you may notice it a lot more than someone actually smiling here. So lips and wrinkles, as you can see, as I bring the slider up, it seems to soften the lips, makes them a little bit brighter, so you can really now see this red popping. So I say, depending on the contrast you want to actually get with this, I just go a little bit easy with it, because I quite prefer this darker red in the lips, but obviously if people have got paler lips, you may want to adjust this further. Now, as we haven't really got any neck wrinkles apart from just in this little corner here, again, it's just going to soften them. I wouldn't want to completely remove them, but it's just made it less distracting in the photo. We haven't got any double chins here, but again, it just reduces that for you. So skin retouching is the other really important one that I do use. So I'm terrible at dogs and burning on Photoshop. It takes me hours, and to have these as sliders has saved me so much time. So what we are going to be doing, so if we go onto the facial skin, which is this top slider, and we just bring it up more and more, it's just going to start putting a bit more texture into our model's skin. But what you don't want to be doing, I find, when you do skin retouch, depending on the person you are editing or the client, you don't want to remove them, that everything is too perfect. So when I edit, I try and keep the person there. And what I mean by that is it's very easy to make them look like a porcelain doll. So I just find that I have to be just doing minor adjustments with this to make sure that I am keeping the person there. And I hope that that makes sense to you, but as well as keeping the image clean. Now then, as we scroll down, we can sculpt as well. So let's just see what effects this is going to do to this image. I don't think it's going to do a lot to this one, but it is bringing up a little bit of detail here. Let's have a look. There we go. So it's just bringing in a little bit of contrast there actually for us. And again, you can control these sliders of contours and features as well, depending on what you'd like to actually get. Now with these skin retouching sliders, just feel free to just move them wherever you want, making little increment adjustments and just seeing what is being affected, because if you don't need to use it, don't use it. That's another tip I would actually give you. So texture smoothing. Now this is where I do kind of go. The images may end up starting to look a little bit too much. So you just want to delicately do this as well. And this is a personal preference. But if you are after that immaculate porcelain look, then feel free to up these more and more and more. So as you can see, this has fixed a lot of the skin around here now as well. It hasn't affected the makeup, which is really good. So Avoto editing software does know the difference between skin and makeup, and it blends in really well there. So frequency separation, this is bringing a lot more texture to the skin, smoothing it out to a more consistent texture. So if we up the high frequency here, can you see a lot more skin textures now appearing? And as we then bring up the lower frequency, you can also see the effect there. Now if we do go the opposite way, can you see it ends up softening the skin, and we end up with a softer look. Now I kind of think this is too far personally, so I like trying to keep a little bit of the skin texture in, and I'll probably go somewhere around about here for my skin retouching personally. But don't be afraid if you've got your own personal preference to move these sliders up or down further. And the same with body separation as well. You can even match it if you want. Now what's really clever as well, same on Lightroom, is you can type in value. So if you want to have the same as the face, you can easily type it in as you've just seen me do there. So you can keep a consistency with the face retouching and then the body retouching, especially with this frequency separation. What I really like is that you can actually have these sort of presets of skin tones here. So you can have a matte texture, so it takes away any shine. It also softens the skin as well. You've also got satin, which adds it's kind of the middle ground between matte and dewy, where you do get a little bit of shine, or you got dewy, which brings in a lot of shine. So can you see that it's now heated up this actually blown up this exposure quite a lot on our model's forehead. So I like going for the matte look normally. Again, personal preference, and again you can still adjust the sliders further as well if you wish. What I also like about this is if you do need to correct any skin tone, so maybe they look a little bit pale or a little bit too dark, you can select one of these to kind of correct it a little bit. I've only done this a handful of times depending on what the shot is, but I try and keep it off. I try and capture it all in camera, or using other brightness and color adjustments to actually get it right. But if I was struggling, I would try and use some of these just to correct it for you. But for this image, I am going to keep it off. But again, you can adjust the white balance and tint if you do need to bring out more tones in your skin there. So that is the bulk of my skin retouching. Now, if there was further adjustments that I need to make, I may pop into Photoshop just to do any final retouch. But I say the bulk of it is always done in this program now. Now then, there are a few other tools for reshaping people's faces and correcting any other looks that you may have not captured in camera. So first of all, we've got facial reshape. Now this is quite an interesting one, but again, I'd have to go delicately with this. But as you can see, we've got head pose, so we can get Hannah looking slightly up at us or looking slightly down at us, and you can see that it adjusts her forehead here with the eyes going down, so you can see it adjusts there. Now if you do this, you've got to be careful that, can you see this strand of hair going along here, that if we go to the extreme, it then disconnects it, and you've actually got a big job to be doing. So I would say if you're going to be doing this, it needs to be very subtle adjustment. So even just then, there wasn't much movement, because what you're then going to have to do is go into the Photoshop to then reconnect it. Now again, you can also turn the face as well, but you just got to be careful where you go, because eventually, can you see it just stretches a little bit here, and you'd end up having to then go back in and fix that later. Now, I not really use this. Reason being is, if I don't think the model's looking at the right angle, I will just tell them during the photo shoot. But if there was a minor tweak that I needed to make, this tool is brilliant for that. And then a tilt as well. But again, I'm just worried as I tilt Hannah's face here. Can you see that hair is just going to get moved, and it's just going to move out of position, and I've got to reconstruct this whole S shape here. Okay, so then you can separate into different pieces as well: eyebrows, eyes, nose, and mouth. Again, if anyone does need any adjustment, so if anyone, let's say, is not very confident with their nose, we can easily click on the nose and then make it smaller, bigger, however we actually want. So this is a really good tool for that, because else normally you'd be going into Photoshop and using various tools to adjust it, and we can easily do it with a simple slider. Now again, eyes, if you wanted to make eyes bigger or smaller, you can, but there are individual tools below here as well for the eyes as well. So feel free to have a little play with this. You can get a lot of fun out of doing this. But we're going to go down to facial expressions. So in facial expressions, you may want to be just changing someone's smile. So what we can do is, using this simple gentle smile, can we see it's just pulling our model's lips upwards to give a more generous smile to us. Again, this is quite a useful tool, especially if someone's not confident in front of a camera and they're a little bit nervous, so they're not smiling as much as normal. You can easily adjust this, but there are a few AI ones that can be added. I don't like personally using these, because normally I've got no need to, and often I've kind of noticed that the teeth can look a little bit fake here. So I try not to use the smile generation, but I do like using the gentle smile adjustment if I do need to make someone look a little bit more happier or smilier in their pictures. But if I can, when I do the photo shoot, I try and make someone feel as relaxed as possible, enjoying the photo shoot, to actually bring out a more natural smile. So teeth. So if we're going to be editing teeth, Avoto's got two brilliant little sliders here. So these two sliders are great for filling in any little chips in people's teeth, and also whitening them up if they are slightly discoloured. Now I will say Hannah's got brilliant teeth here, but I am still going to show you the examples here. So first of all, we just got a little bit of an indent in there, and what we can do is with this teeth floors removal, if we just put it up a little bit, can you see it just fills in that little gap for us. It is a minor adjustment, but if someone does have more cracks in their teeth, whether it's family photo shoot or anything like that, this slider can really help with that. And teeth whitening, not everyone's going to have perfectly white teeth, and this could be more of just a confidence boost for your client. You can just increase it, and you get two other sliders showing how bright you want to make it, and also desaturation as well. So as we bring those up, our teeth just get slightly whiter, even though our model's got brilliant teeth there already. So that's just a little tool you can use just for fixing any of those issues. So eyes editing can be a little bit of a tricky one, because we always want to be making sure with our portraits there is always a catchlight. We also want to be making sure that they don't look bloodshot either, so we often want to be removing any capillaries out of the eyes as well, and Avoto's got a brilliant job doing that. So if you do need to make eyes a little bit brighter, first of all, you can adjust these sliders, and they do give you options. Now they will mirror each other, but you can also separate them as well if one's in more shadow than another, but I like having them mirrored just so then when I edit they are balanced. Now the one you'll probably end up using the most is this red vein removal. Now some of it will also be the makeup, but if we just pick this eye here, can you see it just removes it there. Now I often find you don't want this too perfect, or else they kind of have like cartoony eyes. So I honestly just go into every photo and just slowly bring that up until you are happy with it, because I do want to keep these images looking natural as well. I don't want to over edit using this software. So I would say that is personally enough for me, which was around about 70%, but obviously again, judge it by each photo. And if you haven't got a catchlight in your photos, Avoto will very kindly let you add some in. So this looks like an octabox there. You've also got other ones which is more like a spotlight effect. So makeup is really important when doing any portrait. Obviously it is used to highlight a person's facial features as much as in enhancing a certain theme of photography you are also doing. And Avoto has a number of sliders to also enhance the looks as well. So we've got a number of sliders. So firstly, highlight. So how bright do we want the makeup to be to really lift it off, and also contrast to actually show how much texture we also want. So if we go in closer, you can now really see the difference there coming in. But what has also interested me most is you can actually have individual makeup sections here. So first of all, you've got eye makeup. So you can adjust these depending on how saturated you want it to be. And again, I'll let you play around with these yourself, but the one that I kind of thought we would look at is the lip makeup. So obviously Hannah's got this amazing lipstick on, and if we increase it, it brings up the contrast of the lipstick. We can also bring up the brightness as well if needed, and we can desaturate it or saturate it more. So what we are doing, we can balance our eye makeup with our lip makeup, or lipstick, sorry, and we can then try and find a balance depending on the lighting used. Now if you're not confident doing this, there are I would call them presets of what we can also apply to, just to put put a little bit more colour or look to someone's portrait. So if we just go over to this shot, we can easily put a few others on, and you can see it quickly changes over to whether they actually have a slightly darker tone of skin, kind of give a bit more contrast around the eyes to make them pop up, and then of course you can control them by the amount below here. So I would definitely have a little play with this, especially if you're going for a more natural look. If you do have more themed makeup like we do here, I'll probably use this a little bit less, apart from obviously picking out the lipstick makeup and the eye makeup. I may give a little adjustment there. So hair is a massive part of editing, and what's really frustrating to a lot of us photographers is stray hairs, and Avoto has got some brilliant tools for fixing this. So first of all, if you ever get a hairline like up here, Avoto's even got a tool to actually fill in that hair part line. What it does, it just blends the tones to just give a more natural look. Now I've probably overdone it a little bit there, but we could easily do that. If you do want to have more the hair added, you can also do that. But the one tool that is amazing on this is this remove stray hairs. Now as we boost it out, if we look down here, can you see it just starts removing them as we go. Now I will admit, even though I just said, so hair can be an absolute nightmare in photos. It goes everywhere. It never does what you want it to be doing, but Avoto got some really cool tools to actually fix this. So first of all, it's got a brilliant hairline tool. So if you do get a bit of a hair parting line, you can fill it in. It kind of blends it together, so it's just not as noticeable. But the one thing that I absolutely love about this program is this remove strayed hairs tool. So as we bring it up, can you see in this corner, it just starts removing strayed hairs. Now this is quite a complicated section, so what you may find is little areas like this you still may need to go into Photoshop just to clean up, just to remove it a little bit more. But this is a really good start, and Avoto are always upgrading this, so I'm quite looking forward to what actually happens again after this video is released. But I've used this a ton of times just to help actually clean up those stray hairs, especially if they're also across the front of someone's face. And finally, as well, if you do want to adjust anyone's hair color, there is a few preset options you can also choose from, and you can also control the amount of that change. Avoto has just added a new feature called hand vein. So normally you will get veins appearing all around your hands. We didn't actually have a really good photo to actually show this, but we managed to actually notice a little bit on this image here. So as we adjust the slider, can you see it just softens the hand so they don't look as prominent? So this is another great tool, because if you've got someone with very veiny hands, it can be very noticeable. You may just want to soften it. So I'm really pleased that they've actually got a feature for this. But again, don't go overboard with it. You just want to be softening these features, not always removing them. If you do want to do a full body reshape, there's an entire tool you can do here. So if you do want to do any adjustments to something which is more full length, we can make them bigger, smaller, taller as well. I kind of find the making someone taller quite useful, but not always essential. But if they are wearing a dress and things, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Now, the one thing I am going to actually show you as well in this video is, let's say we are happy with all our adjustments here, and we've got a whole set of images we'd want to apply these to, or you want to keep this as an effect that you apply to every image onwards. You can save this as a preset, and we can call this Skin Retouch 1. Oh, I'm just going to spell retouch correctly. and then we can put it in different folders. So I'm going to put this in the YouTube folder. Don't know what, I'm going to have to put this to tutorial because I've already got one from another workshop I was running, and we can pick all of the portrait retouching tools, and everything that we have edited here now appears in this window, and we can tick whatever we'd want put in or remove. So I don't think I'm going to add teeth or eyes or the makeup one. We'll add in the hair. We don't need the full body one, we don't need the hands, but the rest of those actually facial expression we won't also need, all facial retouch. Normally I just use this program just for skin retouching and hair, and even then I can put the hair in a separate one. I don't have to have them all together. So let's just save that, and that'll just take a minute. Now if we go to our next image along, and we just want to add that, so all our presets are also here, and then we can click skin retouch. It may just take a second, and then voila, it's done the exact same effect again. So if you do have a series of images you want to actually edit, you can just apply that preset straight away. Now this has saved me hours. So even if we go to a completely different set, such as this image here, which is used for a recent YouTube video, we can just click skin retouch here, and it has removed all those blemishes for me, and then I can now use that image straight away for our YouTube thumbnail or give to our client. So this has really speeded up my workflow. Now I hope you have enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing. Please check out Avoto. It is free. It is free to download. You only pay for what you export, and there is a discount code in the description below, and I'll see you all in the next video.